Hey Paisanos, welcome back to the stream. Going to be continuing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney today. Last time we got through the first day of the second case, so let us get into it and solve some murders and defend some clients. This might end up being a little bit of a shorter stream. Gonna admit, not super feeling it today. We'll see how things go as I actually like get into the game and get into the swing of things. But I'm still in very much like a trial period for the whole stream thing. The whole schedule's new to me. All this is a very new thing that I'm trying out. So might need a little bit of adjustment here and there to make everything work for me. So playing it completely by ear. We'll see how things go. But yeah, so today gonna get started, and again, no guarantee that I'm gonna go like the full 4 hours this time. We'll see. So, day 2 of Turnabout Sisters. Here we are. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, room at number 1.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer, or was that the judge saying that? No, I think that was supposed to be the judge saying that, but it's labeled as Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Body was found by this window here.
And the cause of death?
Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. Court accepts the statue as evidence.
You're still calling it a statue. We've got our floor plans. Now, detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Maya Fay's arrest.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. Very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. All right, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene.
Let's press everything. Who did you say you got a call from?
Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene.
Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue.
There were 2 people there already.
Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime?
Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away.
Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were.
Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Are you absolutely sure it was us?
Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene.
Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care.
I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey.
Why's that? What's your reason? Just kind of moving on. Let me skip over that for just a moment.
The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes.
Gah!
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Now you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Okay, I thought that the pressing on the second to last one is what would have advanced it last time, so oh well. I'm not going to get every bit of text in the game. It's live streaming. I'm just going to go with it.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes.
And did you find any evidence?
Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body.
Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it.
Then who did write it, smarty pants?
But who? It could have been me.
What? So it was you?
No. I'm just saying it could have been me. Can you prove it wasn't? Hold on. So you admit to this? You admit that you wrote the note? Listen to me, Mr. Wright. This is a court of law, and I expect you to refrain from making thoughtless statements. Amateur. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. Alright, let's, press that a little bit more. Try some of those other choices. I mean, let's do the obvious stupid choice again. Well, it could have been the witness, Miss May. Hold on. The witness was in her hotel room, not the office. Try pulling the other leg, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, and while you're at it, pull mine too, pal.
Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. Okay, gonna make the one that's actually a reasonable objection. The killer! Anyone can see that!
Huh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please.
She was framed! Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Ha! I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, pal.
Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found.
On it the word Maya was written clearly in blood.
Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that?
Of course I do, pal.
Uh-oh. You sounded pretty confident. This might not be good.
Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's.
What kind of tests were these again?
Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the little bits in the blood, the hermogoblins, hermogoblin bobbin. I refuse to testify in this matter, sir. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony.
Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah?
I think you can expect a pleasant bonus in your next paycheck.
Oh?
Oh. That was a mess.
Right. Where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's fingers.
On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective?
The right hand.
She was right-handed.
Nice try.
Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there.
Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure, happens all the time in books and the movies.
This isn't a movie, Detective.
Oof.
Let's talk about reality, shall we?
I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no.
Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister?
Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
Order! Order!
That didn't go so well.
That's right! What he said!
Alright, well... there is a clear piece of evidence that contradicts this right here. The autopsy report that says her death was instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying?
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately!
But...
No butting your way out of this one, Detective!
Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? But when? It was the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder.
Prosecution's point being?
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a sham! Detective Gumshoe, are you calling me a fool because I believed your report?
Huh? Me? I'm not... Huh?
Detective Gumshoe, I'm disappointed in you handing him the wrong report like that.
I'm sorry, sir.
You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month.
What?
Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Updated autopsy report. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
Well, I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes?
Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, in my hotel room.
I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wing.
Well, Your Honor?
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see you need to trouble the witness any.
But wait, Your Honor!
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you!
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Let's just, say no, and let it fail. No, you're right. I guess there wouldn't be much point. I'm glad you saw the error of your ways so soon. Your Honor, the prosecution rests its case. What? That's it?
Very well.
Wait, hold on!
Yes, Mr. Wright? Changed your mind? Will you cross-examine the witness?
Yes. I'd better, or I'll lose on the spot.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
I do like playing him as a complete incompetent who only just bumbles his way through.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know.
Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one? Always go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed.
Yeah, stop him!
Oh, the poor girl!
Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fey?
Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty if that's your thing.
Your thing? And the person attacking her?
The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. is right. Always question. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Did you really see the defendant at all?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus!
But...
Oh, still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her.
I did see everything. I did! The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you'd been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
I did see everything. I did!
So, you saw me then, too?
Of course! I remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky?
The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Aw, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
I hate this character.
Very well, continue.
The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
Is that right as in your right, as you looked from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then?
And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did.
Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock. That kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think.
Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Well, of course, you couldn't possibly know that it was a clock. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder.
Order, order!
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. We will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because... I heard it? Yes, I heard it. Say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. These are... It's a little weird. Like, we know that there's no batteries in it, because it was removed. I guess broken is the best way to describe it. I think it's broken. That clock's busted.
You think?
Just look at it, Your Honor. Please examine the clock.
Ooh!
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
Well, I'm not sure I would call this broken, but I doubt it could ring. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Impossible, of course. I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... a phone conversation. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order! Order!
The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you, then? If you could. I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Of course. The witness claims she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
The fact that it was not in a store. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything's sold in stores!
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh? Excuse is not on sale today?
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it! Die!
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have any opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... the witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, but this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Of course, the wiretap. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the phone conversation we literally just heard 2 minutes ago. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Oh, yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me.
Again? What's it this time?
It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
I...
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap a phone? Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's not fair! All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
That did it. Court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Miss May.
What is it, you little shrimp? Talk to me in that tone of voice, will you?
You killed her, didn't you?
Order! There will be order!
What? How can you possibly say that? Are you mad? All I did was a little wiretap. Oops.
So you admit you tapped her phone.
But wait! I didn't do anything bad like murder. I'm a good girl.
Really? Can you prove it? No way she can prove it.
You think you're so smart, Mr. Lawyer. But I can prove it, and I will!
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way! Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Huh. Okay, so, the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe. Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
So, where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder.
No, they're going to let her just walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious there, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. Therefore, you must accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Obviously, we just give up. No reason to continue. I can't accept those conditions. Very well. The defense will refrain from calling the bellboy as a witness.
Oh, I see. You may continue your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Right. On with the cross-examination. What exactly do you have left to examine, Mr. Wright? Miss April May has admitted to the wiretap, yes. But that bears no relevance to the case at hand. Murder. There's no way you can prove any connection. Uh-oh. Think. This can't be the end. But I'm out of evidence.
Then I believe the cross-examination is over. Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have any other witnesses to call?
None, Your Honor. She's the last. What? But that means Maya's guilty? Wait, Your Honor!
Yes, Mr. Wright?
The defense would like to call the bellboy after all. As I thought. Huh? May I remind you, dear Mr. Wright, should you question the bellboy, and Miss April May's alibi prove to be solid, then by default your client, Miss Maya Fey, will be pronounced guilty. Are you prepared to accept my condition? Edgeworth. He's got me backed into a corner. But I don't see any other way to take this. I accept.
Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That T-set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
I am going to take a break, pause right before we get into this. I need to stretch and rest my voice for a few minutes, so I will be back in 10, and we'll continue this testimony. See you in a bit. Alright, we're back, and I managed to identify why I was feeling a bit off at the start of the stream here. So I have mild asthma, and it turns out one of the things that triggers it is allergies, and it's the start of the spring allergy season. So I recognized as we were going through doing all of this heavy narration and lots of voices that my lungs were feeling pretty tight. So, but I've taken my inhaler, so everything's fine now. I am actually feeling pretty good and ready to continue. I definitely have to remember in the future, anytime I'm going to do one of these narrative heavy, voice heavy things, I've got to take that before we actually start streaming. So, here we go. We left off with the bellboy's testimony. Very good, sir.
about Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim?
Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions.
I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir.
Yes, what then?
The joke is breasts. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9 o'clock, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 o'clock p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It is an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir. Or embrasher. Embrasher? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy had absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen. Can I? Always give up. No.
If I give up now, I lose everything. If I just give up the case, I'd be giving up the very reason I became a lawyer. Wait, please wait.
Yes? Does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's it.
Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about?
Let's ask him about bad shit. Bed making.
Bed making! Tell me about making the beds that day.
I was wondering what you were going to ask, but bed making? A new low.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry about that.
The witness will answer the defense's question.
Yes, well, it was quite like any other day's bed making. I changed the sheets, the pillowcases, and then I proceeded to make the bed. I had to bring pillows for two, of course, but they're quite light, you see. I see. Thank you. Pillows for two?
Bellboy, what did you just say?
Eh? Yes, pillows are light, sir?
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if it wasn't specifically asked, sir.
Oof! You fool!
I've done it.
I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room?
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. You agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
Who is this other person?
Simple. It was...
I've got to be stupid about it.
It was the bellboy and none other.
Well, this comes as a surprise.
Your Honor, Mr. Wright, it was the bellboy who confirmed Miss May's alibi. And this in turn confirms the bellboy's alibi. He was in the hotel.
Well, sure, if you put it that way.
I do put it that way, and I trust you will too. But what if they were in cahoots?
Do you have evidence of this?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright!
Sorry, Your Honor. Give me one more chance.
Simple. It was... none other than Miss April May.
Eh?
Have you heard nothing that has transpired so far? She has an alibi. She was in the hotel at the time of the murder.
Oh, right.
Mr. Wright!
Sorry, Your Honor. Give me one more chance.
The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone.
Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous.
Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there!
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan!
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know?
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Says...
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. A testimony. I don't know how much good this'll do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to get her free. Okay. Day 2. 3:11 p.m. September 7th, the detention center, visitors room.
Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving.
Not! You stinking lawyer! I hope you die! Have you come to laugh?
Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May.
No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked.
Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard.
So, what is it you wish to ask of me then?
For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? Alright, gotta look around the place first. Smile for the camera. What's the guard think about right now? This guard monitors the visitors room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Or maybe he just doesn't get to see a lot of women like Miss May in here. Alright. Let me show you some stuff first. I'm an attorney!
Hey, guess what? Actually, I, really hate your guts. So get lost, because, well, I'm not cooperating.
Thanks, I noticed. Can I show you anything at all? Or will you just say no to all of it? Okay. Right, what is this, the testimony that stuck? The victim dodged an attack that ran right, but she was caught and struck. Okay. So that's the only part of her testimony that's still around. Get talking. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he?
Come on. No way, Jose.
Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
Aw, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal.
Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school, Creep.
This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Oh, that does it! Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer!
Bottom? I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? Alright, she's not helping anything at all. Go back to the office. Looks like forensics is taking the day off today. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. The police really gave this place a working over. I doubt there are any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though. Must examine everything ever. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. An old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Yeah, most of the stuff is the same. But you couldn't cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. All the cases that the chief worked on are filed here. Are some of the files missing? Nah, I'm imagining things. Intriguing. But not relevant right now. Hey, Grossberg. Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. Well, there's a very conspicuous change in this room. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah. Yeah, it was a painting of... Wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. Fisherman. Wasn't it? No? Okay. And of course consider the actual... Yeah, it was a painting of Grossberg and... Wasn't it? Oh. Nothing about... Okay, apparently not very memorable to Phoenix. It was pretty freaking memorable to me. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Table for clients. An elegant ebony case. If I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Yeah, again, most of the stuff is the same, but here is something new on the desk. What's this? Old photos. There are 2 lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 Incident Exhibit A. DL6 Incident Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. And it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. I'm just going to steal a photo that is clearly labeled as being evidence for some case from this lawyer's office. Just gonna steal it. Photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took. Well, first let's actually look at the one that I took. On the back, the words DL6 Incident Exhibit A are written in pencil. Okay. I think I'll swap them. Yeah. This is Exhibit B. Let me swap them again. Let's take this one, because I'm pretty sure this is the one that I don't need to care about. Alright. What was this? The floor plan of our office, including the view from the hotel through the window of what was happening. Alright. That's everything here. Now that I've done a thievery, You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. What if I show her this photo of a random person? Any thoughts about this photograph? Who's that? Your mother? Looks like I've just been wasting my time. Don't think she has anything new to talk about. Oh. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? I'm not telling! Look, he's being accused of murder. I don't think you want to be protecting him. Would you have sold out the late Miss Fay to the cops? No. See? Damn. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Alright. Let's go to the hotel. Dig through this room. Now it's part of the crime scene. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks? Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewaters' rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for this room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa. Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. Well, let's have a look around first. Simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Window. Nice weather again today. I can see the Fay & Co. law offices, of course. Ah, yes, we plan to install a telescope in that window, of course.
Just $5 will earn you 3 minutes of A View to a Kill. Just kidding, sir. By that look in his eyes, I'd say he was more than serious. We're gonna have to invest in thick curtains. Possibly shutters? A bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. Why hasn't he cleaned these up by now? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir, but if you could please refrain from touching those. It's part of the decor. I call it the last drink before murder. We'll be famous, the talk of the hotel industry. This guy really has a lot of enthusiasm for his workplace. I have to assume that, like, he's part of the family who runs the hotel. Like, the owner's family. Because, like, you don't get that kind of enthusiasm for a workplace from just an employee. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Eh, whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. A vase, as expected. I'm not good with flower names, except maybe tulips and sunflowers. And, of course... Huh? There's still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer. Ah, please leave that as it is, sir. That's the Drawer of Terror, hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. It's set to become one of the most popular attractions here. This guy's serious. I don't believe it. Okay. Hey, did you know I'm a lawyer? I'm sorry. All I could think about during the trial was the hotel. I wasn't paying much attention to the evidence. What about the wiretap? Okay, for testimony, no. This woman? What about this photo? Well, it's a fine photo, sir. However, the person Miss May was accompanied by was, well, a man. Oh, yeah, right. And yeah, I don't have anything to say about any of the other evidence. Not the thinker. Nope, okay. Okay, let's talk. About Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. Do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. A photo? Could you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely! And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea set. Alright, let's go grab that other photo. So that is clearly the thing to do. Shoot. Kind of amusing that he's not willing to steal both of the photos, only one at a time. It's only if you only steal one thing at a time, then it's not theft. Definitely, we learned that in lawyer school. Everyone can attest to this. We all know it. So obviously, I have to show it to the bellboy, but let's try showing it to her first. Have a look at this. Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you. Where did you... Aha, a reaction. This is him, isn't it? What?
Who? When? Why?
It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder.
No, that's not right.
Nice try, Ms. Cooperative.
Do you have proof that was him? Yeah, proof. Show me proof.
I'm so close. Nothing new to talk about, so yep, gotta talk to the bellboy to get proof first, before she will be willing to talk about anything. Take a look at this photo. That's him, Detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that that's him? An affidavit? This guy's way too excited about this. No. Well, thanks, but I don't think that'll be necessary. Oh? Oh, I see. Well, later then, if you need it. Okay. So we do, in fact, need his affidavit to, have proof of the thing. Give me an affidavit. Well, sure. Why not? Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Bellboy's affidavit added to the court record. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Thanks for this. No, not at all, sir. I hope you'll use it to take that Miss May down hard, sir. Hard! Why do I sense an unhealthy level of excitement behind that unchanging smile? His tea set is rattling. Don't think there's anything new to talk about. Nope. Anything new with Grossberg? He's out again? Huh? No more photos on the desk. Okay, I can no longer swap the photo. I am stuck with the photo of this man. Clearly, that woman is irrelevant, and we will never know anything about her ever again. Definitely. Could you have a look at this?
What's that?
The bellboy's affidavit. He told us everything he saw. He told us about the man you checked in with. He told us who he was. Did he, in fact, tell us who he was? No, he just described him. We're doing lawyer tricks. Now I'm getting somewhere. Push her hard. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this photo to the press. What? Even though he should be a witness to murder, this man is in hiding. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation. Oh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes. Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fists in the air? Now, tell me about the man you were with. That man, he's my boss. Wright, the president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corp. Wright? Information gathering? Well, I suppose you could call them a detective agency. So this is the man that was with you on the night of the murder. I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White, at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. We could throw away the affidavit. It's worthless. And can't even attempt to talk about that man anymore. No. Okay. So, we can now go to Blue Corp. Oh, that's a familiar looking thing up there. CEO's office of Blue Corp. Just go straight to the CEO's office. What's with the surreal decor?
Welcome. Please furnish me with the title of your personage.
What the?
Your name. What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by.
Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably?
Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary.
I've got to be careful reading the this guy's text because he does make up a lot of words. What is this guy's problem?
I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the wordily challenged.
What a fruitcake.
Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this.
What does he mean by that?
No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself?
Yipes. This guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Before I talk to him, I just want to take a quick check back at some of these other places, make sure. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Where the heck is that loafer? Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat.
Aha! You again!
Hello, Mr. Grossberg.
Well, well. You are quite the thing, my boy.
Excuse me?
The trial! The trial!
Was there?
Reminded me of myself when I was a youth.
I guess something got passed down through Mia. Maybe?
It brings back memories, it does. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. I apologize.
Huh?
It was all a bit too much for me, my boy. Seeing you today, I
appreciate the reminiscing, but I'd much rather you give me some information. Does he say anything if I look at the thing here? Wait a second. No, he does not. Because occasionally people will say things when you, if they're there when you examine stuff around, but let's just have a talk. So, you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
If you were that worried about it, why didn't you offer to defend her? I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. Maybe I can find something that will inspire him to talk. The other day, I'm sure there was a big, pretentious-looking painting on that wall.
Pretentious-looking?
Well, you know the one I mean. Anyway, where did it go?
Yes, well, I got rid of it. Got quite tired of the thing, really. I sold it, you see. Yes, that's right.
Sold it? I'm not sure I buy that. Wasn't that painting rather important to you, sir? Did something happen?
I don't see how it's any of your business. Please, speak no more of that accursed painting. I didn't...
Let's come back to him. Don't think there's anything new in the office, no. She's probably... No, she's still here in the detention center. Nothing, nope. Bellboy seems to be out. Huh? The sound of water is coming from the shower. La-di-da, money making, I got the money making blues. Someone seems to enjoy washing the showers. Sometimes you just get goofy little scenes like that if you go places that you aren't necessarily required to, or perhaps aren't even supposed to. I like those little, you know, light touches in the Capcom, like, narrative-heavy games like this. Anyway, let's actually talk to this guy, finally. No, right. First look around. First, I've got to snoop. There's a lot of stuff to look at here. This is the top floor of a 20-story building. The view is quite presidential. Huh? Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica?
Ridiculosity! I have no interest in anything but originals. That right there is a bona fide original, worth $5 million for sure.
An impressive lineup of trophies. Judges Special Runner-Up, Best Participation, Judges Cooperation Award, Special Good Try Prize. Huh. The words judges and special kind of stand out. Yes, those are all definitely legitimate awards that have any meaning. A statue of a man holding up the world. The Blue Corp sign certainly stands out enough. The model for the man is, of course, Mr. White.
Truly a work of art, but probably too beauticious for you to appreciate, correct?
I think it's a little too beauticious for just about anyone to appreciate. God, he's got more figures of himself holding up the table. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk? My, this is quite the thing.
It is modeled on my body, see? Well, does its sleek roundature not inspire you?
Okay, don't think there's anything about the face. Okay, that's more just about the desk. Yeah, okay, that's all just the desk. I think that's everything to look at here. Alright, let's talk. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not?
Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she has done.
What she has done? You mean the wiretap?
Indeed! She's paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this.
It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room?
Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy.
Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly.
No matter. The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that.
There is a good question, actually. Why didn't prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May.
Oh! The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement.
What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway?
Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You might say we are the future.
Sell information?
In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not?
If you like the color blue so much, why are you wearing pink? Like, I guess everything on you is a tint of blue. Like, purple is the red with blue. The pink, I guess, has a little bit of a purplish tint. All your gems are blue. There's blue on the tie. I guess there's some amount too there. But none of it, there's not, like, explicit blue on your person. There's something that's been bothering me.
Yes? What might that be?
That big painting on the wall over there. It's gorgeous. It's a very striking piece of art.
Magnificentatious, isn't it?
Yeah. Why am I making small talk? Okay. When did you get it? Say, when did you get that painting?
No idea. I forgot.
I've seen that painting before. Yesterday, in fact. Why do I find that painting here today?
Mr. Wrong, was it?
Right.
It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask you again, who are you?
Huh? A lawyer?
No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing, zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger.
What?
Move!
He punched me!
Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty.
What?
Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding.
So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible?
I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume?
Mr. Grossberg's, yes.
Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss.
I think there's more to discuss. I'm going to show you some things. Did you know I'm a lawyer?
Would you be kind enough to cease your inane chattering and vacate the premises? Let me put it in language you're sure to understand. Shut up and get out! I have nothing more to say.
I guess I should have showed him this stuff first. Oh well. Let's go everywhere we're not supposed to first. Naturally. Apparently, Miss May is in questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. I mean, they did let me talk to her today. I think you mean any more today. How's the guard look? This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Let's go back to my office. Nope, nothing new here. Okay.
Continue the plot. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat?
Ahem! Oh, jumping Jehoshaphat! Oh, you!
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
Hmm? I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him, that much is clear. Hey, did you know I'm a lawyer?
Sorry, my boy. I don't think I can help you with that.
Can I show you the photo that I stole from you? Sorry, sir. I borrowed this.
So it is you, my boy.
Who is this man?
It's a long story. I'll be needing that back now.
He doesn't want to talk about it for some reason. I'd better give him back this photograph. Well, we got it out of our inventory, so... Let's see... Can you tell me about any of this? Probably not anything about any of the actual evidence, but... So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
Okay, didn't have the check mark, but that was literally the exact same thing as before. Except perhaps without the bit of Phoenix wondering why didn't you thing. I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So I paid Blue Corp a visit.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just... Why wouldn't you defend Maya? I thought it was strange. Here was Maya, your own apprentice's little sister, in desperate need. Accused of killing her own sister, no less, and you wouldn't take the case. I finally realized why. You and Red White are connected. He's... your lover. It's not something I can claim to understand. But you and Mr. White are lovers, aren't you?
What? My boy!
Mr. Grossberg, the other day there was a giant painting hanging on that wall. I saw that painting again today. It was in the CEO's office of Blue Corp. It was a present, wasn't it?
Well, my boy, you have a splendid imagination.
I don't understand how you could...
That's because I'm not! We're not! That would be ridiculous!
Guess I was wrong. But it just seemed so right. Okay, let's try again. Something's been bothering me. What's been bothering me? A photo of Mr. White. Why would you have his photo, Mr. Grossberg?
Yes, well, it's been a long time since then.
A long time ago? I'm sorry, but I think not. I think you still have ties to Mr. White even today.
Really? Whatever gave you that idea? What connection could I possibly have to an individual such as he?
It's pretty straightforward, actually. You go drinking together. You're friends, aren't you?
Now you're being foolish, my boy. Why in the world would I ever drink with the likes of him?
Huh? Well, maybe that wasn't it. Okay, there's more, options through this than I thought there were. Let's explore them. Why wouldn't you defend Maya? He's your boss. I'll bet you and White go way back. He's your boss now, and was before, I'll bet.
My what? Boss? Are you serious?
Yeah, you both have that sort of we're in the same club together feel to you.
Please, stop. You have a very peculiar sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Very well, I'll talk.
Okay, I guess either if you get enough wrong options, or just, maybe this one in particular does just prompt him to talk. Either way, we've gotten it. What does he mean, sense of humor? I was serious.
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
The name on the back of those photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
Tell me about the DL6 incident. What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
A medium?
Her name was Misty Fey.
Fey?
Indeed. She was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the request of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
I don't think there's anything new here that she would tell me. Maybe the wiretap? Nope. Okay. Well, before we go back there, let's go back to Blue Corp. No, he's still just gonna stand there and tell me to leave. I can just walk right back in and he'll tell me to leave. Yeah, okay. Not even like they wouldn't let me in, or, you know, removing the option from the list of places you can go or anything. Gotta check everywhere else first, of course. You never know when random things have changed that are interesting. It's funny looking at this room. It seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. It's out the window. Sky is blue and so am I. Okay, nothing new about that. The plant? Nothing new about that. If it lets you do like the fast forward skip, then it means you've already read that text and there's nothing new to see there. So, yep, it's gonna be those files that we noticed were missing earlier. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Let's start from the top of the alphabet. Bottom. T, U, I know, W. White. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? Gotta check everything. Let's see. J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this? Of course we gotta skim it. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. Biggest part's here, at the end in S. Suicide? Ew. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians. Policemen. Huh? There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. That's a great line to take out of context. Let's find the most disturbing one. Alright. And, gotta check the files some more. Let's see if there's a record in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F. Misty Faye. That's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Gotta take a look. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the ESP that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... The record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. See if there's anything else in here. Not much in the J to S section. I'm not sure reading suicide accounts will be very good for my mood. I think that's enough reading for today. That's a very self-aware thing. You should always be aware of how the media you are consuming and the reading you're doing and just like what you are becoming aware of affects you personally and your mood. Like, it's important to know things, but engrossing yourself in certain things to the degree that it ruins your ability to enjoy any life is a bit is not helping anyone. So, I don't see much point in checking files that are missing all the key parts. I give up. Alright, we've seen the things. Back to Grossberg? Show him the newspaper clipping. I found this in Mia's files.
So she was investigating Red White, as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court.
Not a bad idea. Look around. Look around. Nope. Alright. You know what, let me check one more time the, whoops. The W section, see if there was anything else new there. TU. Okay, yeah, it's the same text. Alright. Then let's confront him. This is definitely a good idea.
Well, aren't you persistent?
Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you.
Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear?
Transparent? Oh, I have new things to talk about. Okay. What if I show you the... Well... No, let's talk. Let's talk first. I think we're past needing to talk about April-May. I've got to put this guy on the spot, and quick.
What's the matter? You seem... distressed.
It's almost as if someone just threatened to murder me. This guy is a pro at pulling the wool over people's eyes. I've got to put him on the spot, and quick.
Stop that! Your hot gaze is giving me goosebumps.
There's no point asking someone this crooked a straight question. I need some evidence I can use as ammo.
What's wrong? Is something stuck to my face? Why, yes, there's my eyes, and my nose, and my mouth. But of course I jest. You need not restrain your mirth, my friend. It is okay to indulge in my cosmopolitan sense of humor. I will not think less of you.
Okay, let's do the stupid thing and show him our evidence. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White. See this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life.
And this concerns me... how?
I found this article in Mia's office.
Miss Mia?
She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. I mean, blackmail is the correct answer. Say bribe. You bribed him.
Bribed? What exactly has led you to say this?
Gee, that's a good question. I guess I got ahead of myself there.
You certainly have an active imagination.
Damn it! Okay, show it again. You spied on him. You were spying on him, weren't you?
Spying?
You snooped on him and found out about the embezzlement. Then, when you revealed it, he was driven to suicide.
Mr. Lawyer, I know nothing of this. And even in the highly unlikely event that I did do such a thing, all I would have done is provide information. That's not a crime in this country.
Ah, this guy's as cool as a cucumber. Hey, Lore Solver. Glad you could make it. Alright. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, no, no. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Secretary's office. Hello?
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away.
Wait a second, Mr. White. You're absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now. And actually, I've done better. I've found him. He's sitting right in front of me. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it.
Secretary's office.
We won't be needing an escort from Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please.
White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor? I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner! The hatchet man! The liquidator! The killer, man! What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police, now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you! I'll point the finger at you and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local's lawyer association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint.
Detective Gumshoe, reporting, sir.
Ah! Butts! Harry Butts! Wright, actually. Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry.
Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right?
Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey.
What?
Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. Here we are in the detention center. can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's gonna set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea.
Right! Mr. Wright!
Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention.
Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you.
I like how the detention center room looks exactly the same on either side of the glass. Now I'm afraid we've switched places.
What? You mean you?
I explained what had happened to Maya.
I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do?
Well... Right, okay, listen up. I want you to help me break out of here.
Do you mean a jailbreak?
Yeah, tonight's our only chance.
All right.
Huh?
Oh, I'd better go get a hacksaw while the stores are still open. Oh, and a rope ladder, and a getaway car. Can you drive?
But, wait!
What?
I'm kidding! It was a joke!
No way!
No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway.
But I can't just sit here doing nothing! I've got to give that man a piece of my mind!
Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the court tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two.
It's the beginning of a new century, yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself. Tomorrow, the true culprit will appear as a witness. This is it. It's me or him. Oh. All right. I think it is time for another break. Let's have a look at chat here. If you don't play WarioWare Twisted by twisting an entire GameCube, you're officially not good at video games. Well, I mean, I did strongly consider it. The only reason that I'm not planning to do that for the entire game is that I think the cables connected might be a problem. I'll certainly give it a try. I'm not going to say that I'm definitely not going to do it. I'm not going to say that I'm definitely going to do it. I will give it an attempt. I will at least film one attempt of it. Maybe we'll see if I can do it the whole way through. That would probably be funny enough. We'll see. And oh yeah, I have seen the Ace Attorney anime, but I ended up watching it dubbed because I was watching it with someone else who prefers watching things dubbed. I should definitely watch through it again subtitled because I like watching things in original Japanese. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break, stretch, get another drink, do all of the things that you do when taking a break, and we'll be back in 10. So see you then. We're back. Before we actually get back into the game, I have to hug this cat. So hug a cat, talk to chat. What do we got going on? Ace Attorney 1 has a bad habit of making almost all its cases 3 days for no reason. Okay. I wouldn't say no reason. 3 is kind of it's a very solid narrative structure. You know, you've got first day for introducing the case and kind of building things up. Day 2, heavy rising action with a big twist. Day 3, everything comes to a head and you get the final, solving the mystery. You get your denouement. It's a very good narrative structure that's used in a lot of things, like 3-act structure. It's common for a reason. Like I said, I am going to attempt to do WarioWare Twisted with the GameCube, the Game Boy player, just to I want to try it. Yeah, I know you were joking. I'm not gonna force myself to do the whole thing that way, but it's gonna be amusing to try that. Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story remakes. Will you play through the main game again? I have looked at the some info about those remakes a little bit, enough to see that they do appear to have enough differences to warrant a full additional playthrough. So, so yeah, I will be replaying Superstar Saga and other Mario and Luigi games when the remakes happen. All right, let's get back into it. Ding. Oh. I'm not saying that definitely every case has a perfect narrative arc, but or perfect pacing. I don't know. It's been a while since I've played any of these games, so we'll see how I feel about it when we get to it. September 9th.
Well, I guess this is it.
Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today.
Ah! Phoenix! Look!
Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the public prosecutor's office yesterday. Huh? He told me that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything.
Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this?
Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed.
Phoenix? You know him?
Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix?
Well, court will be opening for session soon.
What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. He's not.
I'll be defending myself.
What?
Okay, let's do this. Whew. 8 minutes later.
The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up for doing this?
Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself.
Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of another witness to the defendant's crime.
I see. The prosecution may call its witness.
That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Always object. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court.
Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor.
Great. He gets to show off, and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Ahem. Why tell you what you already know?
Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony.
If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho, ho, ho. I hope you've made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Huh?
Let him have it, Phoenix.
Witness's account. Let's see. It was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming up from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Mr. May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over.
If things occurred as you testify, I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. How do you know what time it was? Because I am always abso-positively perfect, you know?
No, you're not getting away with that.
You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9 o'clock. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said, too.
Press further on everything, no matter how detrimental it may be.
True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May.
But he testified that he did not see you at the time.
Ahem. This is your concern? Silly lawyer. Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time?
I was quietly that's reading to you some papers by the window.
By window, you mean the one directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
Correct. That is the only window, you see.
And there you were reading... papers?
Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside.
A bedlam?
It must have been when you attacked, I assume.
We see. Continue.
Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way.
So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound?
But of course, I am no snoop peeping out of windows at night.
No snoop? Yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping.
It was then I saw him, a spiky haired man attacking a woman with long hair.
Spiky-haired?
Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer.
What you just said directly contradicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated the assailant looked like a girl.
I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer.
Just what is your eyesight?
Counting both eyes, 40.
40? Don't add them together.
I think the witness is trying to say that his eyesight is good.
Hey, whose side is the judge on, anyway? And what did you do then?
I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course.
What was Miss May doing at that time?
She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly.
Did you know she had been tapping the Fay office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand.
I cannot. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fay woman.
You'd make a good politician, Mr. White.
Ho ho! After all, I am El Presidente.
Please continue.
The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase.
Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened.
Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down.
Are you sure?
As you know, I am always absolutely perfect.
Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail.
The victim ran to the left and you gave chase.
Are you sure about that?
How many times must I say it? I am absolutely perfect. End of story.
How many times must I hear that? Psst, Phoenix! Doesn't something about that strike you as a little odd?
Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over.
Impaction? Don't you just mean impact?
Ridiculosity! I think you need to brush up on your language skills.
On second thought, perhaps I'd better leave the whole language thing alone. Did Edgeworth prep this guy too, I wonder? Anyway, I'd better find a weakness in there. Alright, well, we know. The direction. Ran to the left. The only thing that we got from Miss May's testimony that was kept was that the victim ran to the right. Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave.
What is this?
You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Ms. May's testimony. She clearly stated the victim ran right.
Huh? Oh, it is simple. You've misheard her.
I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd?
Huh? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did.
Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one.
True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Show the court where Mr. Wright was standing. Let's just be stupid. That's where he was. Mr. Wright, we are not fools. How could he have been exactly where the victim was standing? Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Sorry, Your Honor. Sorry. Let me try that again. He was over here randomly. That's where he was.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. If he was there during the very act of murder, that would make him an accomplice.
Impossible. There was no one other than the criminal and victim in that room. There is no evidence, no proof to the contrary. None! Sorry. Let me try that again. Okay. Of course we know. He was here. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please! This is no time for jokes in ill taste. That is where the killer was standing.
Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting?
Rapscallion! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor.
Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched.
Oh, you provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more?
Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony.
Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. This is getting a little bit, dusty here. There we go. She ran to the left.
Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer?
That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony?
You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor.
Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine.
What do you mean by that?
That is what I'm about to explain. You Americans always so impatient. It does not become you.
Hey, buddy, you're an American too. That's a weird localization thing, feels like. So, probably in the original Japanese, he presents as if he is an American. Or with the whole red, white, blue thing. I'm actually not 100% sure if the red, white, blue thing was translated or localized. I'm assuming he still had a very, America feel to him in the original. Anyway. What do you mean, first?
First? That's what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please, sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left. And then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw.
I didn't hit anyone.
Now, Mr. Wright, there's no point hiding things from this court.
I'm not hiding anything. The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony.
Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Why is he mad at me?
Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right.
What do you mean, next?
Next is what comes after first.
I know that.
Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow.
Stop saying it was me!
But it was you.
Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Can I do nothing right? Nothing?
May I continue? That is what Miss May saw.
So each of you saw different parts?
Absolutely. That's right, of course.
Where did he pick up that annoying phrase?
Anyway, moving along. You see, you hit her twice.
So were you watching both times?
I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner.
What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. The problem, of course, with his testimony, is that she was not hit twice. Actually, it was probably the autopsy report is what says that. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow.
Huh?
What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect?
I will refrain from using this phrase from now on.
Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break.
Yes, quite.
The witness is confused because he's lying! I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor.
Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away!
Very well. If the witness will care to revise his testimony.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White.
Mr. White?
Okay.
The two accounts.
Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Ms. Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap!
Whap, indeed. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination.
Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting.
Deal with it. This is almost over.
Well, see, I looked at the other window, I heard that thing fall.
You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing?
Huh? Oh, that? The glass light stand.
Right. The one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix! Doesn't something about that strike you as odd? We'll come back to this. I gotta press him on everything else first. Huh? No, not really.
Please continue your cross-examination.
Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left.
Miss Mia? Mr. White, did you know the victim personally?
No, triple no. How would I? How could I?
That's gonna be another thing that doesn't really make as much sense in the localized version. It was probably in the original him using her first name, which is very uncommon in Japan for like someone you don't know personally and closely. I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness.
You're looking a little flustered, Edgeworth.
The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged.
Now before, you said she was hit before she ran.
Yes, I must have been confused. But don't worry, we all know what happened now. She turned and ran for the door.
What did you do then?
I gave chase, of course. No, not me. The killer, I mean. He gave chase.
Mr. White, please try to remain calm. Mr. Wright here is only trying to fluster you with baseless accusations.
Oh, right. Thank you, Miles. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap!
Thwap? That doesn't sound like the savage attack from your earlier testimony.
Yes, well, I am a man of peace, you see.
Phoenix! He's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. But it won't be easy. Alright. Let's make him, expand on this. Yeah, it's very odd. It is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White.
Huh? What?
You're saying you saw the glass light stand.
Yes?
Then change your testimony to reflect that.
Sorry, my bad.
The witness will revise his testimony.
Okay, of course. A nightstand was lying on the floor when I looked.
The glass stand was lying on the floor. That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before?
Oh, what? Me? Well, I was instructed not to. Wait, one moment. Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. I'm so confused.
White's falling apart. Your Honor, please, I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further.
Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on the ropes.
Very well. The witness may continue his account.
Alright. So I'm not sure which of these was the right one, whether it was the floor plan or the shards. I'll try the shards. Yeah, this says broken beyond all recognition, so. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the light stand.
What?
The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question!
Isn't that obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over.
So, you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then?
Correct. That would be no problemo, right?
Let's do the wrong one. Right. I guess there isn't a problem.
Very well. Now,
Phoenix, wait!
Huh? What? He saw the stand through the office window before it fell over.
That's what he's saying, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
How could that be possible?
Huh? Why not?
There's no way he could have seen it. And you have proof.
Oh!
something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Sorry, Your Honor. I guess there is a problemo. A problem.
I see. Please try to think before you speak, Mr. Wright.
Sorry, Your Honor. But I have proof. A person in the hotel could not have seen the stand before it fell over. And that is, of course, the floor plan. Look at this.
These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that?
Ridiculosity.
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Mr. White?
Mr. White, you did it, didn't you?
Mr. Your Honor, is Mia.
Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright.
What?
Forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now,
What?
I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap.
The wiretap?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this.
Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay.
What does that have to do?
Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by whom?
No, you wouldn't.
Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles.
Give me a break.
Yes. In order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand.
Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
Oh, I see.
However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. He went to place the wiretap. He could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is.
Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretap.
Leave it to me. I feel faint. I feel a little faint. A lot of emoting going on here. It's been another hour, yeah, so I'm going to take another quick break to catch my breath before we move on into this part of the testimony. So, be back in 10. All right, we are back. Whew. Yeah, I think that we're going to finish up this case. We're going to finish up case 2, and then I'm going to call it for the day. And I think that I love doing this. I love doing Ace Attorney. I love doing like the acting. It's a lot of fun. It's extremely exhausting. So I think for a bit, I'm going to like alternate with streams. I think Monday I'm gonna start Densetsu no Starfy 2, and then I'll alternate streams back and forth between that and continuing Ace Attorney, just to give myself a bit of a break from the extremely exhausting, non-stop acting, voice acting thing, because I can't keep it up quite this much, unfortunately. Well, anyway, back to the case. We've got testimony about the wiretapping that this is definitely the thing that he did, and it's why he was in there. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand.
So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over? By the sound?
Correct. That is right.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine.
Yeah! What am I supposed to do now?
Good luck, Phoenix.
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh. Right. I had entered the Faye & Co. law offices. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Faye & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Faye & Co. law offices. Of course, I'd done so to place the wiretap. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. LuCorp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Why did you notice something so innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all.
Damn it! There's nothing there for me to press him on.
Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Now I know what I need to... I know what I thought contradicts this, but I think I need to, like, loop it one more time before... Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore.
Mr. Wright? Are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor.
Phoenix!
Huh?
Phoenix, over here!
I know that voice.
Mia!
Never give up, Phoenix.
Mia!
Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake.
Ah!
Hey, Phoenix!
Yak?
That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you.
But...
We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won.
Huh?
You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah. The one you wrote Maya on. Phoenix? Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th! That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony?
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder.
He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Like, I'm a little mixed on the way that they do this. Like, the fact that the actual receipt side of the receipt is evidence and useful, that I think is a very nifty mystery thing. But I kind of don't like the way that it pulls you out of the story and forces you to like go through this like revelation thing. In the later Ace Attorney games, when they have the ability to like examine the evidence closely and you can like turn it around and look at it, then this would have worked a lot better. And I think they do things like that in the later games, where like you flip it on the other side and suddenly you see like something new and special there. But yeah, this time feels a little awkward to have it be like a forced plot moment rather than you as the player find out and investigate and figure out what the evidence is. 1:16 p.m. Back in court.
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant... are you all right, Mr. Wright?
Yes. Sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now.
Then let's start where we left off.
Your Honor, there's nothing left to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you.
But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let us give Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Let me just, like... What... Is this all just the same... No, okay, this is new. Nope, this is the same stuff, just it's not, like, the same, like, fast-forward. Yeah! I have to show him the evidence Mia gave me! Yeah, it's going to be the same text as before, but at the end it's going to say, hey, I need to do the thing that I was just told to do in the big plot. Beginning of September. So... Dude. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping! I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt?
Well, a glass light stand. On the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder.
You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fang Co. law offices at the beginning of September, The stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you?
No, it's impossible.
Uh-oh. He's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Very well. Then that is all for the trial of...
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Eh? What? No way can he worm his way out of this one. Oh, wait. I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Oh. I mean, I gotta object. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether your claims have any basis in factual evidence.
I see. Objection denied.
What?
The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow.
No. There's no telling what'll happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all.
Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time.
The witness will stay. Mia! Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia? What's this? Your Honor, if I may? Let's have a look at it. Names. Just names.
You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright.
You bet I am. My life is riding on this one.
I
have something I would like to read to the court. My attorney's badge. No, that's not it. I can't mess this one up.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I have something I'd like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened.
Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list?
Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press.
I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker.
Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've done it again. Not of quite a spirited defense.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was.
Well, this court finds the defense, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
I really love that moment. That just reading off names and just suddenly White just breaks. That is a great narrative moment for me. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me. And Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here's running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say! Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief! Mia! "9:02 p.m. 2 minutes late. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face! Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like? You were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya? Why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners! You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right. Okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Okay, wait up. And that's the second case cleared. Next time will be Turnabout Samurai. Go ahead and save this. And have a quick look at our image there. Kind of wish I could see it without the big title block in front of like half of the characters there. But all right. So that is gonna be all for today. Whew. Thanks everyone for joining. I had a lot of fun, but like I said, doing this stuff, I love it. I love this acting. Really freaking exhausting. So next time on Monday, we are going to be starting up Densetsu no Starfy 2, and I'm gonna start alternating every other stream going between that and continuing Ace Attorney here. That'll at least for the near future. We'll see how things go, but yeah, that's the current plan. So again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and tune in on Monday where we will get started on Densetsu no Starfy 2. So, bye everyone.